Train accident in Lagos kills 6 Lagos state workers. Court orders INEC to allow use of temporary voters card in next election. Russia launches largest missile strikes in Ukraine. Warm welcome to you. Welcome to the news at 6. Here is the detail. Death toll for the early morning train accident has risen to 6. A morning train has rammed into a state bus conveying civil servants to work. The unfortunate crash occurred at the PWD bus station in the Ikeja area of the state on Thursday morning. Already, 6 persons have been confirmed dead by emergency responders and over 82 persons injured and rushed to the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital in Ikeja. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who visited the hospital, said 2 persons died at the scene of the accident and 4 at the hospital. He said 85 passengers were involved in all, 42 with moderate injuries, 29 with serious injuries, while 8 have mild injuries.
Where a rescue operation happened, so I see many people inside. There is blood inside the bus everywhere. So people wound seriously. For instance, I run inside the bus, I rescue people inside the bus.
There was supposed to be a gate, something like a gate when, like a barrier. When a train is coming, they block it off totally because I think the train was given a sign while coming.
The Lagos State Commissioner for Police and other high-ranking officials later visited the scene of the accident.
We just returned from the emergency ward now, interacted with the chief medical officer. We saw some of the victims. Our focus now, save lives, clear the grounds, and then of course the investigative process will be jointly carried out by the relevant body.
The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to allow the use of temporary voter cards in the forthcoming governorship and state houses of assembly elections, which has been slated for March 18. 2 aggrieved Nigerians had filed a suit seeking the use of the temporary voter card in the elections in the absence of the permanent voter cards. The plaintiffs, Koforola, Olusegun and Wilson Allwell, in the suit filed on February 8, challenged the position of INEC and asked the court to redetermine whether a person whose names appears in the electronic format in INEC's central database and manual, printed paper-based record or hard copy format of the register of voters and has been assigned a voter identification number can be said to be entitled to be accredited to vote with his or her PVC in the general elections to be conducted by the defendants. The plaintiff further requested the court to determine whether such a person can, as a consequence of INEC's liabilities or omission, be disenfranchised of the right and entitlement to vote in the 2023 elections. Lagosians are protesting the continued scarcity of naira. Customers who besieged various commercial banks across the state complained of lack of access to the money.
It's only naira there they can give us. That is 200. Why giving us old notes that they say they cannot collect? When we spend it out there, they will not collect. And the bankers too are not collecting it. So what they want us to do?
They have come out to address us that they can pay us old notes, but they are not going to receive it.
These senior citizens lament undue considerations for them and the untold hardship this has caused them.
I did there since for Lawan Suicide. I did there since 7 o'clock yesterday. I left there by 3 o'clock yesterday. I didn't collect any cover. It is good that there elderly somebody like me standing outside, not be inside.
We are waiting for the president to talk, and maybe the governor of Central Bank will reverse his word.
And moving on now, there are orchestrated plans by some persons to cause a total breakdown of law and order and also disrupt the scheduled elections in parts of the Federation. The Department of State Services has said DSS spokesman Peter Afunaya, in a statement, however, warned the individuals or group, no matter how highly placed they are, to abort such plans. The Secret Service therefore cautioned political players to be law-abiding as Nigerians head to the polls for the governorship and state assemblies election. The Armed Forces of Nigeria says troops of Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe and other operations in the south region of the country have been arrested, and they have arrested a total of 71 criminals and aborted the theft of oil products worth 173 million naira within the last 2 weeks. Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Musa Damadami, disclosed this during the bi-weekly media briefing in Abuja today. He said the feat was achieved by the troops in continuation of the sustained war against oil theft, illegal refineries, and other criminal activities in the Niger Delta through aggressive patrols, raids, and clearance operations, among other activities. He noted that a total of 27 terrorists and other criminal elements were neutralized, while 167 suspected bandits, political thugs, cattle rustlers, and logistics suppliers were arrested across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country between February 23 and March 9, 2023.
But it's not undemocratic for anybody that is agitated to go to court. And I think they already done that. But as soon as you being the person we know that loves peace has been calling for the talk so that they can broker peace and know how to fight.
Troops of Operation Delta Safe in the conduct of Operation Octopus Grip and other operations in the south-south zone of the country within the week in focus discovered and destroyed 57 illegal refinery sites, 341 storage tanks, 31 wooden boats, 260 ovens, and 15 dugout pits. Troops also recovered 209,000 liters of crude oil, 145,000 liters of automotive gas oil, 45,000 liters of premium motor spirits, 27 variety of weapons, 468 assorted ammunition, 2 speedboats, 2 outboard engines, 8 vehicles, and 4 motorcycles, while a total of 71 criminals were arrested.
The Muhammadu Buhari Oshimbajo Dynamic Support Group has called on the People's Democratic Party to exercise restraint in their desperation to coerce INEC to submission. Addressing journalists at the APC National Secretariat in Abuja, the group national coordinator Alhaji Usman Ibrahim said the PDP's target was to intimidate the commission and divert its attention from conducting the March 18 governorship and State House of Assembly elections. Honorable Usman advised the party to concentrate on gathering evidence to substantiate its case at the tribunal, adding that the PDP protest in Abuja does not in any way portray it and its members as true Democrats.
In as much as we appreciate the freedom of all and country to express feelings, we must be worried by bad lies, quantitative, the discretion to truncate the electoral victory of His Excellency Aswadi Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Also, at last, to why men of high standing in the country will resort to using rational approaches to pursue their political visions. Yes, the right to protest is constitutional in Nigeria and globally recognized, but this unlawful freedom must exercise in tandem with every sense of decency.
While commending President Buhari for fulfilling his promise to deliver free, fair, and credible elections to Nigerians, the group also congratulated the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Senator Kashim Shettima, the Vice President-elect, on their victory.
In as much as we appreciate,
but it's not undemocratic for anybody that is agitated to go to court, and I think they already done that. But as soon as you being the person we know that loves peace has been calling for talk so that they can broker peace.
You are listening to Citizen FM News at 6, and now to stories on the foreign scene. Suspected Allied Democratic Forces militants have killed no fewer than 40 people in twin attacks in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, local officials said on Thursday. The ADF, which the Islamic State group claims as its Central African affiliate, is one of the deadliest armed militias in Eastern Congo and is accused of slaughtering thousands of civilians. Fighters from the group attacked the neighboring villages of Mukondi and Moussa in the Beni territory of North Kivu province during Wednesday evening and the early hours of Thursday, according to official reports. Kalunga Meso, a local administrator, said it's total desolation, and they rounded up people and then executed them. Russian strikes on Ukraine in a week and caused power outage across the war-battered nation on Thursday. Kiev's military downed nearly half of the missiles launched by Russia over at least 10 regions as the fight raged on for control of the symbolic prize Bakhmut in Ukraine's east. The deadly Russian barrage on Thursday struck the relatively peaceful Lviv region in Ukraine's west and left second city Kharkiv without power, water or heating. For months, Russia has been plummeting key facilities in Ukraine with missiles and drones, disrupting water, heating and electricity supplies for millions of people. That's the news tonight. Before we end the news, a recap of the highlights. Train accident in Lagos has killed 6 Lagos state workers. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered INEC to allow use of temporary voters' card in next election. We also told you that Russia has launched the largest missile strikes in Ukraine. That was Citizen FM News at 6. It's edited by Lawrence Omoite. To listen to us online, please visit citizenfm.ng. I am Didiana. To stay with us, Super Citizen at Sunset continues in a bit.
Citizen FM Abuja. Now we be the voice of the people.
Looking for the best in news